So good morning everyone. Today in last class we have completed the chapter, and now today I am going to start a new chapter, that is quadrilateral. So in last class we have discussed about triangles. Now we are going to discuss about the quadrilaterals. So that is chapter number 12, quadrilaterals. So what is the chapter? Quadrilateral. So what do you mean by a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is nothing but a closed figure having 4 line segments. We will call it as quadrilateral. So what do you mean by a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral means a closed figure having 4 line segments. We will call it as quadrilateral. So here it can be a square, it can be a rectangle, it can be any other figure which is having a 4 line segments. We will call it as quadrilateral. So it can be any figure, we will call it as quadrilateral. So these all figures are having only 4 line segments. Not only this, it can be in this way. This is also a closed figure having 4 line segments. So any figure which is having 4 line segments, any figure, it is a closed figure having 4 line segments, we will call it as quadrilateral. So now what are the parts of the quadrilaterals? We will see. Suppose I am taking here rectangle. So we know that in rectangle opposite sides are equal. The opposite sides will be equal in the rectangle. So what are the parts having in this quadrilateral? We will see. So I am naming it as A, B, C, D. So what is the first part? First part is, in quadrilateral we are having how many line segments? 4 line segments. So how many sides are there? 4 sides are there. So sides are 4 sides we are having. So what are that 4 sides? AB line segment, BC line segment, CD line segment and DA line segment. So these are the 4 sides of the quadrilateral. If there are 4 sides, we will be having 4 angles. So how many angles will be formed? 4 angles will be formed. So angles are 4. So what are the 4 angles? It is angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. So these angles can also be written in the form of 3 alphabets. Already I told you in a triangle and its properties, every angle can be represented in the form of 3 alphabets. The middle alphabets represent the angle there. So here angles are 4. What are the 4 angles? Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. So these are the 4 angles. If there are 4 angles, we are having 2 diagonals. So what are the diagonals? We will see. So what are the diagonals? The opposite vertex is joined with a line segment. We will call it as diagonal. So these 2 lines we will call it as diagonals. So how many diagonals are there? 2 diagonals are there. And what are the diagonals? AC line segment and BD line segment are the 2 diagonals in the figure. So what are the diagonals? Diagonals are AC line segment and BD line segment. So these are the 2 diagonals in the given figure. Now what are opposite angles? What are the opposite sides? We will see. So now opposite sides. So what do you mean by opposite? What do you mean by opposite? Opposite is nothing but opposite sides. The standing opposite to me is called as opposite sides. So what are the opposite sides here? AB line segment is opposite to CD line segment. And one more is BC line segment is opposite to AD line segment. So these are the opposite sides. Now opposite angles. What are opposite angles? We will see. So what are opposite angles? Angle A is opposite to angle C. Angle A and angle C are opposite to each other. And angle B and angle D are opposite to each other. So these 2 angles are opposite to each other. So these are the opposite angles. Now we have to discuss about adjacent sides. So what do you mean by adjacent? Adjacent is nothing but adjacent sides. What do you mean by adjacent? The line segment which are lying side by side, we will call it as adjacent sides. So for this AB line segment, what are the adjacent sides? For this AB, AD and BC are adjacent to each other. AD line segment and BC line segments are adjacent to each other for this AB line segment. Next, for BC, what are the adjacent sides we will see. So for BC line segment, what are the adjacent sides? AB line segment and CD line segment. So these are the adjacent sides for BC. Now we have to check for CD. For CD, what are the adjacent sides? For this CD, C and D, CB is adjacent as well as DA is also adjacent. So these are adjacent sides. Next is AD. For this AD, what are the adjacent sides we have to see? AB is adjacent as well as DC are adjacent. So these are the adjacent sides for the given, in the given rectangle, in the given quadrilateral. Now these are the adjacent sides. Now we have to talk about adjacent angles. So what are the adjacent angles? So what are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles are for A. What are the adjacent angles? D and B are adjacent angles. Angle B and angle D are adjacent to each other. And for angle B, what are adjacent angles? For B, C and A are adjacent. Angle A and angle C are adjacent to each other. Now for angle C, what are the adjacent angles? For angle C, angle D and angle B are adjacent to each other. And last is for angle D. What are the adjacent angles for angle D? A and C are adjacent angles for angle D. So these are the adjacent angles for in the given quadrilateral. So what we have learned in this quadrilateral, quadrilateral is nothing but a closed figure having 4 line segments. We will call it as quadrilateral. It can be any type of figure. If it is a closed and is formed with 4 line segments, we will call it as quadrilateral. So what are the parts in this quadrilateral? It has 4 line segments. What are that 4 line segments? 4 sides. AB line segment, BC line segment, CD line segment and DA line segments are the 4 sides in this quadrilateral. We are having 4 angles. What are that? Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. So these are the 4 angles. If 4 angles are there, we are having 2 diagonals, that is AC diagonal and BD diagonal. There we are having 2 diagonals. Next, opposite sides. So AB is opposite to CD and AD is opposite to BC. So these are the opposite sides. Now we have to talk about opposite angles. So what are the opposite angles? Angle A is opposite to angle C and angle B is opposite to angle D. So these are opposite angles. Next is adjacent sides. What are the adjacent? Adjacent is nothing but the sides which are lying side by side. We will call it as adjacent sides. So what are the adjacent sides? For this AB, these two are adjacent. That is BC and AD are adjacent to each other. For BC, what are the adjacent sides? AB and DC are adjacent to each other. For CD, what are the adjacent sides? CB and DA are adjacent to each other. And for AD, what are adjacent sides? AB and DC are adjacent to each other. So these are the adjacent sides. Now last we have to discuss about adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? What are adjacent angles? For this angle A, these two are adjacent to each other. Adjacent angles. For angle B, A and C are adjacent to each other. For angle C, angle B and angle D are adjacent angles. And for angle D, angle A and angle C are adjacent to each other. So these are the adjacent angles in this. Okay. So next is about interior parts. If you draw a quadrilateral on a plane. So if you are drawing a quadrilateral on a plane has been divided into how many parts we have to check now. So a plane will be divided into 3 parts. So if you draw So if you draw a quadrilateral on a plane, suppose you think this board is a one plane. So if I draw a quadrilateral on this plane, the plane has been divided into three parts. So one is interior part, other is exterior part, and one more is boundary part. So the plane has been divided into three parts. One is interior, exterior and boundary. So interior is nothing but inside the figure, exterior is outside the figure, boundary is on the line segment. So if I point the marks here, I am taking some points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So I am taking some points. So if I ask you what are the interior points, what do you mean by interior? Interior is nothing but the points which are lying inside, we will call it as interior points. So which points are lying inside? That is A point, I point and K point. So these are interior points. Now if I ask about exterior points, what do you mean by exterior? Exterior is nothing but the points which are lying outside the figure. Which points are lying outside the figure? That is B, K, J. So these 3 points are lying outside the figure. So if I ask for boundary points, boundary is nothing but the points which are lying on the line segment. So what are the points? C, D, E, F, G and H. So these are the points which are lying on the line segment. So this is about interior, exterior and boundary points. Next is we are having two different types of quadrilaterals. What are the quadrilaterals? We are having two different types of quadrilaterals. One is, so a quadrilateral has been divided into two parts. One is concave and other is convex. So a quadrilateral has been divided into two parts. One is convex and other is concave, or it can be concave or convex. So yeah, first is we are discussing about convex. So what do you mean by convex quadrilateral? So when a quadrilateral, if all the angles are in the form of 180, less than 180, if all the angles are less than 180, we will call it as convex quadrilateral. So if you see this, this is a quadrilateral figure, and how many angles are there? Total 4 angles are there. All the angles are less than 180 only. So if I draw a line here, straight line, this is also a straight line. From here I am taking one straight line, and from here also I am taking one straight line. Okay, so what do you mean by convex? Convex is nothing but angles will be less than 180. So angles will be less than 180. If all the angles are less than 180, we will call it as convex quadrilateral. So if you see, this full part will be equals to 180. So that from here to here, the full part will be equals to 180 because it is forming one straight line. But our figure is only this much. Our figure is only this much. The angle has been formed here. The angle has been formed here. So it will be less than 180. This angle will be always less than 180. In the same way, if you take this, the full angle will be equals to 180. But where the angle has been formed till here only. Our figure is till here only. So this angle will be less than 180. Now, if you take one more angle, this will be how much? This full angle will be equals to 180. The full angle will be equals to 180. But in that 180 degrees, we are using only this part. This much angle only we are finding. That means this will be again less than 180. So if you take the last angle, what is the last angle? This one. So this is full angle is 180. But in the figure we are using only till this part. Only this part we are using. So this will be how much? This will be less than 180 degrees. So it can be any figure. What do you mean by convex? Convex is nothing but when all the angles are less than 180, we will call it as convex quadrilateral. So what about concave? We will see now. What do you mean by concave quadrilateral? Concave quadrilateral means one angle will be greater than 180. It will be equals to greater than 180. If one angle is greater than 180, we will call it as concave quadrilateral. So I am taking one figure here. This is a quadrilateral because it is formed with a 4 line segments. It has been formed with 4 line segments and it is a closed figure also. That's why I am calling it as quadrilateral. So if you see, I am drawing the line here now. One line here, other line here, other line here. So what is concave? Concave is nothing but one angle will be greater than 180. If one angle is greater than 180, we will call it as concave quadrilateral. So if you check this, here it is forming a 180 degrees. This full line will be equals to 180, but we are using only this part. Only this angle I am using, that means it is less than 180 degrees. Okay, so now I am taking this one. This part I am taking. The full line will be equals to 180, but we are using this full angle will be 180, but we are using only this part. So that means it will be equals to less than 180 degrees. Now I am taking this part. The full angle will be equals to 180, but I am using only this much part. Only this part I am using. This colored part I am using. So this will be less than 180. Okay. Now what is the last angle? This angle. So here it is forming an interior angle. Here it is forming an 180 degrees. But we are using the outer angle. This angle. Okay, so we are using the outer angle. If it is 180, this will be the greater angle. So this part will be greater than 180 degrees. So this will be greater than 180 degrees. That means this figure is called as concave quadrilateral. So what do you mean by concave quadrilateral? Concave quadrilateral is nothing but one of the angle will be greater than 180. We will call it as concave quadrilateral. So how many different types of quadrilaterals are there? We are having two different types of quadrilaterals. One is convex and other is concave. So what is convex quadrilateral? Convex quadrilateral means all the angles will be less than 180. We will call it as convex quadrilateral. And what do you mean by concave? Concave means one of the angle will be greater than 180 degrees. Then that figure we will call it as concave quadrilateral. So these are the two different types of quadrilaterals. Now next is about angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So what is angle sum property of a quadrilateral? We will see. So angle sum property. So already we have learnt in triangle the angle sum property is nothing but the sum of three interior angles will be equals to 180 in triangle. But if you add all the angles in quadrilateral, how much you will get, we have to find now. So angle sum property. So what is the next one? Angle sum property. So if you see this, I am taking, they have given one activity here, activity number 1. So first one, take a piece of cardboard. So we have to take one cardboard. So I am drawing here. So we have to take a piece of cardboard, draw a quadrilateral ABCD on this. So suppose you think this board as a cardboard, and on this I am drawing one quadrilateral, that is A, B, C, D. So this is a quadrilateral I have marked with A, B, C, D. Make a cut of it. So we have to cut that. Next, then cut quadrilaterals into 4 pieces. So we have to cut into 4 pieces, it seems. So, and arrange them as shown in the figure. So we have to arrange them in the given figure. So we have to cut them. So like this. The center points I am cutting like this. Okay, so here it has been formed with 4 angles. Okay, so what are the angles? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the 4 angles. Now arrange them as shown in the figure 2 so that all the angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4 meet at the same point. So we have to arrange these all angles in such a way that they should meet at one point. They should meet at one point. So this angle I am arranging in this way. Here it is angle D. Okay, this part we can arrange in the form of, this part we can arrange in the form of like this. This is angle C. Next is this is angle. So first angle, this is angle A. This is angle B, angle C, and this is angle D. So if you arrange this all angles A at one place, it has been formed one circle. Circle is nothing but that will be rotated to 360 degrees. So whenever you add all the angles in a quadrilateral, that will be equals to how much? That will be equals to 160 degrees. That means what is angle sum property here? Sum of 4 interior angles is equals to how much? 360 degrees. So in quadrilateral, the sum of 4 angles, the sum of 4 interior angles will be equals to 360 degrees. So this is our angle sum property. So what is angle sum property? The sum of 4 angles in a quadrilateral will be equals to 360 degrees. So this is our angle sum property. So on this we are going to, on this all topics we are going to start our exercise, that is exercise number 1. So exercise number 1. So in that the first question, what is that? In the quadrilateral PQRS, they have given one figure PQRS. Name the sides, angles, vertices and diagonals. So we have to name what are the sides, what are the vertices, what are the angles and what are the diagonals in that. So what is the figure they have given in this way? Q, R, S, P. So what we have to name in first bit? In first bit we have to name what are the sides, what are the angles, what are the vertices and what are the diagonals. So here what are the sides first? What are the sides? PQ, PS side, PQ side, QR, RS, SP. So these are the 4 sides formed in the quadrilateral. Now we have to find what are the angles in this quadrilateral. So what are the angles? Angle P, angle Q, angle R and angle S. So these are the 4 angles in a quadrilateral. Next, vertices. So what are the vertices in this? Point P, point Q, point R and point S. So these are the 4 vertices in the quadrilateral. And diagonals. So what are the diagonals? Diagonals means the opposite vertices we will attach with a line segment. So that they are called as diagonals. So what are the diagonals here? PR diagonal and QS diagonal. So these are the diagonals in the given figure. So this is our first bit. Next is in the second one. Also name all the pair of adjacent sides, adjacent angles, opposite sides and opposite angles. So we have to name what are the adjacent sides and adjacent angles, opposite sides and opposite angles. So first adjacent sides. So what are adjacent sides here? First I am starting with PQ. For this PQ, what are the adjacent sides? PS line segment and QR line segment are the adjacent sides. Next for QR. So for this QR, what are the adjacent sides? PQ line segment and RS line segments are adjacent sides. And for RS, RQ line segment and SP line segment are adjacent to each other. And next is SP. For this SP, what are the adjacent sides? SR line segment and PQ line segment are adjacent to each other. So these are adjacent sides. Now adjacent angles. So what are adjacent angles here? For angle P, what are adjacent angles? Angle Q and angle S are adjacent angles. For angle Q, what are adjacent angles? Angle P and angle R are adjacent angles. For angle R, what are the adjacent angles? Angle Q and angle S are adjacent angles. And for angle S, what are the adjacent angles? Angle P and angle R are adjacent angles. Now these are the adjacent sides and adjacent angles. Now next is we have to write about opposite sides and opposite angles. So first opposite sides we will write. What are opposite sides here? PS line segment is opposite to QR line segment. This is the first opposite sides. And second pair is PQ line segment is opposite to RS line segment. So these two are opposite sides. Now we have to write about opposite angles. So what are opposite angles? Opposite angles are angle P and angle R are opposite to each other, and angle S and angle Q. Q are opposite angles. So these are the opposite sides and opposite angles. So in this figure, from this figure we have wrote all the parts of the quadrilateral. We wrote about sides, angles, vertices, diagonals, adjacent sides, adjacent angles, opposite sides and opposite angles. So these all are the parts of this quadrilateral. So in this quadrilateral topic, what we have discussed till now, we have discussed about what is quadrilateral, what are the parts are having in this quadrilateral, and we discussed about we are having two different types of quadrilaterals, one is concave and one is convex. And also we have discussed about angle sum property. So what is angle sum property? The sum of three interior angles, the sum of four interior angles will be equals to 360 degrees. And what are the two different types of quadrilaterals? Concave and convex. So what do you mean by convex? All the interior angles will be less than 180. We will call it as convex quadrilateral. And concave means one of the angle will be greater than 180. We will call it as convex quadrilateral. So this is our topic. We have started this topic quadrilateral. So remaining problems and about types of quadrilaterals. How many different types of quadrilaterals are there? What are the properties of that quadrilaterals? We will learn in next class. Thank you.